a new research found that Indus Valley people used Proto-Dravidian languages. Please see this link and please take this question, and the link is provided. So let me put the link on the screen and we will discuss that. Where is it? Here it is. Just a second. I will share that part of the screen over here. Just a minute. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So this is an article that claims. Okay, let's see the title of the article. It says Indus Valley people spoke ancient Dravidian language, claims new research. An independent researcher analyzed the various evidence to suggest the possibility of the ancient civilization speaking the ancestral Dravidian language. So the article claims that this new research suggests the possibility that this may be the case. It doesn't prove anything, it is suggesting a possibility. Do you understand the difference between proving something and suggesting a vague possibility of something? There's a huge difference. Suggesting the possibility of something is not the same as proving something. There's an enormous difference between the two. This is merely one of the new claims, one of the millions of claims that people have made over the decades of having found the clues that end this mystery. No, this simply suggests a certain possibility of something. Let's go a little bit further into it. Bahata Ansumali Mukhopadhyay, independent researcher, analyzed numerous archaeological, linguistic, and historical evidence and found that the words for elephant, piri, piru, in Bronze Age Mesopotamia were originally borrowed from pilu, a Proto-Dravidian word for elephant, which was prevalent in the Indus Valley civilization. My question is very simple. How does this person know that this word pilu was prevalent in the Indus Valley civilization? Have we been able to decipher the script of the Indus Valley region, of the Saraswati region? Have we deciphered the script? We have not been able to decipher the script. There are many claims of people claiming that they have deciphered it. None of these claims have stood up to scrutiny. So the script, despite so many different claims, is not deciphered as of today. And if the script is not deciphered, how do we know what was the word for elephant in this region? How do we know it? In the absence of the decipherment of the script, how do we know what was the word for elephant 5,000 years ago in Western India? We don't know it. So, on what basis has this individual decided that the word for elephant in the Indus Valley region was pilu? There is no logical basis for this claim. This research is clearly nonsense. And my question is, how does such garbage research get published in reputed journals? This is the problem in the research, in the academic research that is being done in Indology and in the history of ancient India. These nonsensical, baseless claims get published and they become part of the academic canon. So the fact is that there is no basis on which we can claim that the Indus Valley people use so and so word or any other word for elephant or for any other thing. We don't know what language they spoke. We don't know what word they use. We have not been able to decipher the script. So this there itself, this fails the test of logic, right? And again, on the basis of this nonsensical claim, this individual has merely suggested the possibility that this region spoke some ancestral Dravidian language. This is absolute nonsense. It doesn't stand up to even the basic cursory examination from the point of view of logic or from the point of view of facts, right? And secondly, my question is, what are the Dravidian languages? The Dravidian language family was invented by the Christian missionary Bishop Robert Caldwell, on the basis of his uh, half-hearted examination of just one Southern Indian language. But because it is this great white British Christian person who has given us this gift of this language family, our academicians have been blindly following it like slaves for the past century, and it still continues. So we still continue to recognize this artificial language family, the so-called Dravidian language family, even though there is no evidence of the word Dravida in ancient Indian literature, whether it is the Tamil Sangam literature or Sanskrit literature or any other literature. This is an artificial fake language family that has been created by this non-expert whose real aim was to Christianize India. And yet our academicians, our academics and our students, they blindly follow this nonsense. So this is the problem that we face in even the most basic research into ancient Indian history. So this claim that the Indus Valley region, Saraswati region people spoke an ancient Dravidian language, it is patent nonsense. It is absolute nonsense. It is garbage. It belongs in the trash bin. And that is all I have to say about this, my friends.